The 1950s is when teenage style began to evolve. Girls and guys both started off innocent and well-groomed as the nation was thriving. But when the horrors of World War II began to really set in, a counterculture formed of teens who strayed from the norm. They began to look towards celebrity icons for inspiration. Guys generally imitated Elvis with the greaser look. Girls based their form-fitting fashion off of Marilyn Monroe. Rock and roll was born, and with it, the desire for freedom. Freedom for most teens meant going to dances and listening to jukeboxes or smoking cigarettes at coffee shops and diners. But for others, it meant a drastic increase in racism and the formation of gangs.
Gentlemen, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness and gracious, great balls of fire. I like that look of what I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind. This love is mine.
In the 60s, the counterculture grew to be quite large, although they were still considered a minority. They called these teens hippies. Rejecting all values and morals their parents held dear, this lifestyle appealed to the aging baby boomers. Changing attitudes, along with the creation of birth control, resulted in sex becoming a more recreational activity. More teens also began experimenting with different drugs like pills, mushrooms, marijuana, and LSD. Communal living was another idea adopted by hippies. What really defines the movement, however, is the changes in fashion and music.
Wherever he goes, the people all complain. Stephen prospered in his time. Well, he may and he may decline. Did it matter? Does it now? Stephen would answer if he only knew how. Wishing well with the golden bell, bucket hanging clear to hell. Hell, I've played tricks now and then. Stephen, fill it up and lower down and lower down again.
Picture yourself in a boat on a river with tangerine trees and marmalade skies. Somebody calls you, you answer quite slowly. A girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Cellophane flowers of yellow and green towering over your head. Look for the girl with the sun in her eyes and she's gone.
Lucy
While teeny boppers in glittery bright colors who kept up with the latest movies and TV shows were stereotypical 70s kids, other teens were thriving with the rise of the punk movement. This style was heavily influenced by the musicians of the era, such as the Ramones and the Sex Pistols, as well as the overall change in the thought of young adults at the time. Many held pessimistic views of the world and had doubt and uncertainty about what the future had in store. Although this wasn't strictly a counterculture movement, another change the decade brought was the idea that teens could participate in civil protests and advocate for change.
Ohio, gotta get down to it. Soldiers are cutting us down. Should have been done long ago. What if you knew her and found her dead on the ground? How can you run when you know?
Many people imagine neon colors and jazzercise when thinking about the 1980s. However, there was a whole other side to this teenaged era. With the punk look still alive, clothing became less gender-specific, and denim became increasingly popular among the counterculture. While some teens were focused on exercise and promoted healthy living, others were experimenting with heavy drugs like crack and heroin. This rebellious phase did, however, lead to a raise in awareness of the dangers of these drugs as well as the dangers of HIV and AIDS, which was commonly contracted from the use of drug needles. The bad habits of these untamable teens resulted in a lot of them getting into trouble with school.
Wake me up before you go. I don't wanna miss it when you hit that high. Wake me up before you go. 'Cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. I wanna hit that high. Yeah. You put the gray skies out of my way. You make the sunshine brighter than Doris Day. Turn the bright spark into a flame. My beats per minute never been the same. 'Cause you're my lady, I'm your fool. It makes me crazy when you act so cruel. Come on, baby, let's not fight. We'll go dancing, everything will be alright. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. I don't wanna miss it when you hit that high. Wake me up before you go. 'Cause I'm not planning on going solo. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. I wanna hit that high.
AIDS is a acquired immunodeficiency syndrome which interferes with the body's ability to fight infections. Many believe that interactions such as shaking hands, drinking from the same glass, and kissing on the cheek can cause HIV, which leads to AIDS, but that is not the truth. The truth is, AIDS is most commonly contracted as an STI or by the use of shared drug needles. Be safe, make good choices, and don't get AIDS.
Keith Hernandez can carry 2 teams to the World Series championships, but can he solve the Rubik's Cube? 3 weeks ago, Judge Smith retired to her chambers with Exhibit A, Rubik's Cube. She hasn't been seen since. Warning, once you get your paws on Rubik's Cube, you may never be able to put it down. Rubik's Cube, over 3 billion combinations, but just one solution.
South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio. Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Rosenberg, Saints, Palm, Sugar Ray, Bamboo John.
They just cooked it back.
Eat them fries, bro.
Hey, Jonathan, get out of the shot! Joseph, you're such a loser. Get out!
Elizabeth's elbow. You don't have time to eat. Oh!
Did we get it?
No, one more time.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
That's the long.
You won't even. Dog. Be serious.
I hate you guys. Literally.
Johnny going, Johnny going, Johnny going, give me your
Go, Max, go. Go.
Oh my god, I really want you. So nice.
Hey, you guys need to like do something. Go, do something.
You guys gotta go on the same.
No, guys. Y'all, that's not good. I need you to actually like chill. Like you're on drugs right now. You're high, and you're at a concert, and it's like a chill artist. It's not like you guys. Oh, you suck so bad.
Chug, chug, chug. Wow. You got more AIDS than I got.
Yeah, like Jazzer said out the door. Carter was running out before me. Perfect. Jazzer said out the door. 80. Hit it. Go. Ready, set, go.